Miss Aurorah is back. Secured Entrepreneurs, as usual, there's a whole lot going on up in here. In this video, Miss Aurorah wants to get into maximizing your profits. I want to talk about some very smart money management tips for all of our secured entrepreneurs who actually happen to be business owners, and many of them that come on board. And thank you to all the new secured entrepreneurs already in the month of April. All right. They're coming on board. They have a few employees. They don't know what's going on. We're restructuring. So there's three things that I really see happening, and it happened to Miss Aurorah in the past as well. So I can really talk about this. All right, let's get into it. So for those of you who do not know who I am Miss Aurorah Dey, and this is the Secured Entrepreneur Movement. All right, now, secured entrepreneurs, Miss Aurorah is going to start with monitoring cash flow. Now, that sounds simple. It sounds simple, but it doesn't really, entrepreneurs really have a hard time doing this. Now, the way that you're actually going to monitor the cash flow is that you'll have to create a cash flow forecast. What does that mean? You're going to have to forecast the cash flow for the coming weeks and the coming months. You'll need to estimate the cash coming in from sales, investments, other resources. And this is going to include the monthly expenses, utilities, inventory purchases. Those of you who have payroll, it's going to include all of that. When you do this effectively, this is now giving you a clear picture of where you are financially, where the business is as it relates to the cash flowing in, the cash flowing out. And it's going to help you prevent any potential pitfalls, like, we can't make the payroll this week. We can't pay the bills this month. We don't have any sales, okay? Because we know in order to monitor the cash flow, we've got to be strong in sales and marketing. We got to be strong with bringing in sales, revenue, things like that. Okay. So in order to really get a hold of the management of the monies for the business, whatever it is that you're doing there, you've got to learn how to monitor your cash flow effectively. That's tip number one. Like I'm telling you, it sounds simple, but because so many entrepreneurs are operating out of one business bank account, if they actually really have a business bank account, let's get real. Come on, secured entrepreneurs, comment below, because we all know. Okay. They're trying to do this and they're using it for their personal this and that. They're doing all types of things out of this one account, and they cannot effectively monitor cash flow. They do not know what is going on. They don't have a projection. They cannot do a forecast because they still don't even have a grip on how it is they're bringing in money. It's not working. Okay. So if we're going to come out here and be effective and be successful and have these luxury dream lives, this is where you're going to start. Okay. Sales, revenue, monitoring the cash flow, creating a cash flow forecast. The second thing that Miss Aurorah is going to tell all of these secured entrepreneurs is that you must invest wisely. You should only be investing in things that align with your specific business, that makes sense for your specific business. Miss Aurorah can tell you how many secured entrepreneurs come on board, and we go through all of this. All right. And we're talking mainly the VIPs, because we have to go through all these things with the VIPs. We don't really do it if you just come on a la carte for an entity or something like that. But I'm telling you that we go over the finances and things like this. Some of these things, and we all go through it, people are going to call you. They're going to offer you software They're going to offer you equipment. They're going to offer you digital products. They're going to offer you all these things. And the only reason why you're buying into them is because you think that you can afford it. And you think that, well, if the ship hits the fan, then, we'll go get some financing. We'll go get a loan. We'll be able to cover this. But you have not clearly thought through what this investment was actually costing the business. You have not really thought through what the investment is actually costing you as the CEO, as the person who, if things are not right with you, things are not right with this business. Okay. So some of these investments that are being made that have nothing to do with making the business go and flow more effectively, causing the business to increase in profits. Okay. It's like, what is happening out here? Like the shiny object syndrome happening to a lot of business owners. Just stuff coming into the location. Is big, is bright, is fun, is fancy, all that. But at the end of the day, it is just another liability. It is another expense, and it will not help the bottom line. Now, let me tell the secured entrepreneurs that Miss Aurorah just saved one of the VIP secured entrepreneurs. I kid you not. And those secured entrepreneurs who know Miss Aurorah and know Miss Aurorah's story know that Miss Aurorah fell into this very same pitfall. Okay. Right now, everything is going so well. We're reading your profit and loss statement, and it looks like you can handle this type of expansion, and we're going to do X, Y, Z and everything. And people will have you so caught up. OM to the G. Secured entrepreneurs, how many of you has this already happened to? Comment below. Okay. It just looks so good. It just looked like we can really do this. But you haven't taken the time to see how to minimize the risk of even that expansion, because you're caught up in the hype. It's motivated you. It inspired you to take action, but the numbers are not there. The numbers are not there. It does not add up. No, it does not. So please invest wisely. Okay. Because when you don't, that's when you're going to now need a whole lot of assistance, because that investment could have gone to better marketing, bring in more sales. I don't need any additional stuff in here. I can't tell you how many times a day of people calling here, emailing, talking to us about get this, get that. And the one question Mr. Aurorah has is, how is this increasing my sales? How is this bringing people on board? If you cannot answer that, if you don't have an ironclad way to bring more business in here with what you're offering me, we're going to have to end this conversation. So I want all of the secured entrepreneurs to be very mindful of that. Let's get on with the next one. The last thing Ms. Aurorah wants to get into in this video. It is imperative for the secured entrepreneurs to review price strategies consistently. We're not in a time where, on Monday, we're going to look at prices. Every Monday, no. Every day, you need to review your own price strategy, simply because of the competition, the demand on what it is that you are selling. Okay. If you just go up on Amazon and you type in the product that you want, how many vendors are on there? How many people are selling the same thing? Which one do you choose? You choose the one that is the price that you feel like you want to pay, which most often is the lowest price. Okay. Any vendor, and most of the secured entrepreneurs know that Miss Aurorah did that whole thing once upon a time and decided this is not the beat. Okay, you get up on there and it's like, same product. You may have a quality product, all right. 25 other people are selling that same product, but whomever is selling it the cheapest, which 9 times out of 10 would be actually Amazon. Doo-doo-doo. okay, they're going to win the buy box, right? So that's with anything that you're doing. You have got to be on the lookout. I'm talking, you gotta start stalking what you would deem to be your competitors. Now, let me speak to other entrepreneurs that we have here in the movement who they don't really sell products like that or services that they would deem to be competitive services. But how many of the secured entrepreneurs know that that is not true? That's not true. Whatever it is you're doing, somebody's doing something very similar. It may not bear the same name. It's not really doing exactly how you do it and all this stuff like this. And we all know people are buying into brands. There's a reason why Miss Aurorah doesn't go to Walmart. No shade on Walmart, but I'm not a Walmart shopper. That's not the experience that I want. I will go and pay a little bit more to get the experience that I want. There's some high-end retail stores that I've already seen. Okay, I don't particularly care for the type of employees they have in here. I don't like, so even though the store has something that I want, guess what? I can get this same merchandise at another store, another brand or whatever. I may pay a little less, I may pay a little more, but I'm there for the experience. Like I'm that person, right? Everybody's going to operate differently. So I just want all of you to know that you need to be reviewing your price strategy. How is it that we have come up with this price? What was the market research? Was any market research done? How do we know that people who buy into this product, people who buy into this service, people who are attracted to these things would actually, number one, want, let me move so you can see my eye, want this product or services? Do they want it? That's number one. What is the demand on it, right? All right, if you want it, what are the demographics of the people who want it? Can they afford to pay what it is that you are charging for it? Okay, I just want you to start thinking about these 3 money management tips, okay? Because these are the 3 areas that all of the secured entrepreneurs who have come on board at the latter part of 2023 up until right now throughout the first quarter, these are the things that we've really had to work on to begin to improve the status of the business. And why are we doing this? Because we all know what happened during that thing that happened on the planet. Okay, that thing that happened on the planet. And then a majority of people had to go out there and get some funds so they can keep the doors open. These are the reasons why. These are the reasons why. Take a look at some of the most frequented businesses that you know. Take a look at the most successful businesses that you know. What do they all have in common? What do they have in common? Start researching that. Okay, how can I utilize these strategies, these techniques to grow my business? What type of people do I need on board? What type of expertise do I really need to bring in here to create the environment, whether that be on or offline? Okay. The price structure. How do I make people feel like they can trust to keep coming here to either get the information that I give, because I can't use the word advice legally, right? So we can't say that. But for some people, it would be advice, right? Oh, your opinion, okay? Your aesthetics, like a lot of people like Target. A lot of people like going in there. A lot of people like going into Victoria's Secret, okay? A lot of people, when I was growing up in New York, just about everybody wanted to go to Macy's because Macy's 34th Street. Let me just clear that up. Macy's 34th Street, because of the windows. Each window had just a beautiful design, especially during the holidays. And when Christmas came, they had the Santa land. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I remember Miss Aurorah and her mother We're standing up on that line. I don't know, Lord knows for how long. When you're a child, you know how long you're standing out there. But this long line to go see Santa. And it was all made up, like all of that. People are going for the experience, is what they call it, retail therapy. Right? Okay. So I just want all of the secure entrepreneurs to know that as we're now in this second quarter, and this is an answer to some of the emails, and I want to thank you for emailing. Please continue to do so at info@aurorahdayconsulting.com. Okay. So I'm just telling you that these are the three main things that you're going to have to really focus on to get your numbers up in the second quarter. Please press the like button for Miss Aurorah. Subscribe if you have not. All right. And so, of course, Trust Basics. Click the link below. What do we got? Legacy Wealth, the Legacy Wealth training and checklist. I want to thank you for all of you who have emailed saying that that's the best thing smoking. And I'm like, how did y'all find it? I forgot there were links down there. Okay. So anyway, that's what Mr. Aurorah wants to share in this video. You all know you can find me, Miss Aurorah, at AurorahDayConsulting.com. And until next time, ta-ta.